But I do have to talk about, I am walking, but for those of you who don't know, I'm limping. I hurt myself. I hurt my foot in a foot hurting accident. That happened about August 20th. I fell off something high, because I was too, and wasn't paying attention. And it sucks when you're hurt as a guy, because guys don't like going to the doctor, do we? It's not a guy, it's a girl thing. That's for you girls. You go, right? You girls are trained to go to the doctors, right? As soon as you get your vaginas up and running, right? As soon as those things get useful, you got to start going having them checked for this and that and the other, right? Isn't that true? You got to have your pap smear. Is that what it's pap smear, right? You got to smear your pap. Have you smeared your pap? Smear your pap, okay? I don't know what a pap is for sure. I just know you have to smear that hooer. Once a year minimum, just to make sure there's no nasty business going on down there, right? A woman come up to me after one of my shows and goes, Des, you're an idiot. This is just in. Yeah, I know. But why do you think I'm an idiot? She goes, well, you're an idiot. There's not something inside the vagina called a pap. Did you know that, Chris? I didn't know that. Did you know that there was a thing? What the hell do we know about vaginas? What do we know? Put stuff in it. That's all we know. Just put some stuff in it. There you go. Some stuff in your vagina. Oh, that's too much stuff? I'm terribly sorry. And you'd pull some out. Oh, that's not enough stuff? Oh, you're from Prince Albert. Here's some more stuff in your vagina. I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. We do have some Prince Albert people here. We have some out-of-town visitors. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys who came from outside Saskatoon to visit us here tonight. Thank you. While in Saskatoon, make sure to stay at the wonderful Callieou Hotel. Colonial's where our after party will be. And by after party, I mean like straggler pickup. At 12 or 1:45, we'll go over and see we get some stragglers. Some skank, as I call them. And the plural of skank is skank. By the way, it's not skanks. I hate it. Like, let's go pick up some skanks. You're the skank. It's pronounced skank. Plural of skank is skank. It's like ninja. Plural of ninja is ninja. I was once attacked by 3 ninja and 2 skank. It was awful. But while in Saskatoon, there's a fun game we play. I'm sure you guys play it all the time, where you go to Idlewild on 20th Street, and you walk up 20th Street, and you see how far up in the alphabet you can go before you get stabbed. I have made it to B. Almost. I wasn't at B, but I was close. I was so close, I could almost be at B. And I was like, oh, I'm right there. Oh, what the hell? The guy's like, you didn't even see me. This one, hey guys, this guy didn't even see me. I totally stabbed him. What were you looking at, bro? I was looking at the B sign. You gotta keep your head on a swivel, you idiot. A guy gave me grief for telling that joke after the show once. He's a guy left over from Lydia's. You guys know Lydia's, right? It's the little gay bar that wouldn't admit it. First year arts and science guy comes up to me and goes, I didn't like that joke you did about the getting stabbed on 20th Street. How come it was a native guy that stabbed you? How come it's always got to be a native guy that stabs you? I go, that's what I wonder. I wonder that myself often. He goes, no, you made it a native. You didn't really get stabbed. That was a joke, and you made it a native. Yeah, because that's why people laugh. I mean, they wouldn't. When was the last time you were accosted by an angry Swede behind the Fire Creek gas bar, huh? Oh, you're gonna get it now, you cocksucker. Motherfucking piece of shit. I didn't like the cut of your rib. You guys know I love Native people. I like Native people more than you. As soon as the show's over, you guys are going home. If I have some Native people, I'll party with them. I can't do that with you guys. You guys got to work in the morning. You're going to shut the mill down. I party with my Native. When was the last time you were hanging out with a Native guy? And he's like, well, I better shut her down. I've got a big day tomorrow. What do you got, court? I don't know, probably. I'm gonna go check the docket just in case. I used to date a native girl. Here it comes. I used to date a native girl, and the thing was, I could always tell when she would fake an orgasm. It's not like Colleen. I've never had sex with Colleen while she was there, and but since high school. Anyway, creepy. White girls can slip a fake orgasm by you once in a while, like when Harry Met Sally. Remember that when it was like, you're like, oh yeah, okay, maybe. I don't know. How do we know? No? Native chicks, you can always tell when they're fake, and not the best actresses in the world. I don't want to cast aspersions on their talent. Maybe it's just the scripts. I mean, how can you act in a North of 60 mystery? The script sucks. What's the big mystery? Hey, where's Ernie's toque, anyways? It was just here. But I could always tell when my native girlfriend was faking an orgasm and be like, oh, all right there anyways. Oh, it's good. Oh, it feels good. Fuck you, I'm not even coming. What as if I'm coming, bro.
Good, that's good. Since I won the Desbury Memorial Cup champion, I picked up a second job, substitute teaching, so watch out, this takes your career to new levels. I was subbing today, actually, had a little of the assembly, they call it. You ever watch when you're in assembly as a kid, you just did that shit and it never fazed you. But now I'm watching as an adult and I was like, really? This is what we're listening to? This is, and the first song they were singing was like this, John Jacob Jingler Schmidt, that's my name too. I was like, holy shit, this is really a song for, who the hell's name is John Jacob Jingler Schmidt? And who the hell has the exact same name as this asshole? Are you seriously going to be checking in on a flight? You give me your passport, I go, have a good flight, Mr. John Jacob Jingler Schmidt. Like, holy shit, that's my name too. As if, man, you must be getting some of my Facebook friends. Wow. Or myspace.ca. Oh, but I'm nice. It's good to be out tonight because right before I left, my wife gives me this. Before we're going to drink because she knows I put booze. When I bring a backpack, why would I bring a backpack? I'm going an hour. Okay, see you, hon. It's not a sleepover. Yeah, I know, but I snuck booze out and I didn't want to directly let you see it, so I brought this backpack. So she knows I'm going to be drinking. She's like, what time are you going to be home? Do you know how hard that question is to answer when you're drinking? Because you can't tell them the truth. You're not like, when the good times end? Probably start thinking about how we're going to get back home. But then they get smart, they get wise, they try to do little things to mess with you to get you home early. Like I'm almost out the door and she just throws in this like, hey, maybe if you get home early we can have a good time. The hell do you have to say that for? That shit legitimately screws with guys. You're out with the boys drinking, you're like, oh, I better get out of here. I could probably still get a piece if I leave right now. You see your buddy looking at your watch like, hey, is he trying to get out here? What the hell? Because you don't want to lose guys from the crew. That screws shit up. Hey, you go home at 3 in the morning, everyone else went home. You're like, hey, how was your night? Oh, it was awesome. It was like old times, all the boys stuck out. Not everyone. Jeff and Todd were home at 10:30. I talked to Sheila and Cheryl. You're like, never drinking with those assholes again. So keep the crew together. There's strength in numbers. Buddy looks at a beer, looks at his watch, like he's going to go. You're like, are you taking off? Yeah, I'm going to get going. It's too late. I already ordered another round. Okay, shit, let's have one more then. There we go. Try to hammer that one, get out of there quick. Like, oh, you taking off? Yeah, I got to go. It's your turn to buy, you cheap prick. Okay, one more round. Now you get caught up in these rounds drinking until 3 or 4 in the morning. You get home, but you still think that invite's open. Yeah, you'll just save time other places. I'll just get undressed in the hall. That'll save 2.5 seconds. We come in, you girls are sleeping all snug and beautiful in bed. We come in, we're like, hey! Hey! You sleeping? You sleeping? We'll just give you that shoulder touch, just that little touch. You always get the chicka-chicka, hey! And then this is when we proceed to tell you how much we wanted to come home. Oh, you could have the greatest night of your life, but you always downplay. Like, I wanted to come home. It wasn't even that fun. It's just, you just have to wait for a cab. Actually, the cabs are so long, I had to drive. Sorry. But then after you get the original, you come back. And you just touch her, and they'll accept it. They'll just give that little neck, just that little bend, like, oh yeah, it feels nice. Like, that does feel nice, doesn't it? And then just from that, you drop it into this back rub, like, oh yeah, you need a back rub, you've had a long week. But to us guys, it's not really a back rub, it's more of a little thing we like to call gaining trust. And we'll gain this trust for 10 to 15, like, oh, don't worry, babe, you're just getting a back rub, yeah. And then after we've gained that trust for 10 to 15, we'll let a hand slide down. We don't go for the glory right away, because then you get a hand swat away. Now you're watching SportsCenter. That was a waste of 15 minutes. Take your time. You've invested it, so now you come off to the side, neutral zone. This isn't scary. Like, oh, just like you're putting a gun away in a holster, right here. And then with each rub, you come like a 1/16 of an inch closer to the glory. Zero. Zero. You don't need to zero, actually. That's optional. Actually, it's a little bit creepy. Like, zero. So what the hell? And then we know what's going to happen when we see ladies make that move, because the move is universal. And as soon as you ladies make that move, we're like, haha, I broke you down, we're having sex. And all it is, it's just one of these. We'll be doing our rubs. As soon as we see ladies make that move, we know what's on. And all it is, just one of these, just a... Now you're like, right on, baby, flip over, let's do this thing. Or don't flip over, either way, all positions are good with me. Let's go. They're all good. You know, some are dangerous, but they're all good. You know what I mean by dangerous? Guy on top isn't dangerous for us, because we know the lengths of our units. You know, it's about then, boop, get another one. About then, boop, get another one. Boop. Lady on top's dangerous, because now you're in charge of the length, and it's like sometimes you forget the cock length, and we don't want it to fall out. So now you think these are our sex moves? No, that's sex defense. We're just trying to keep it in, so now we clench our ass cheeks and just shoot them up in the air like, hey, seriously, take her down a notch or two. I'm right maxed out here. Seriously, it feels like I'm going down a water slide as fast as I can. This isn't very good for me. Come on. Because you don't want it to fall out, then she just comes barreling back down on it with the inside of her thigh, and then you're like, oh! Oh my God, the cock just bent in half. The cock just bent in half. Oh, it wasn't regular upshoot bend either. It was a 90-degree spring bend. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, yeah. How do I know? Because I was staring at you. That's how I'm just staring at it. That's what I do. I'm not like you. Girls go down on you, then make eye contact? Is there anything creepy? You're like, holy shit, you're not a Pez dispenser. You're creeping me out. Seriously. Come on. Guy exact opposite. As soon as it's in, we stare in. Right, nice. Yes, 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 yes. Kelly, my eyes are up here. I know, but your schnarp's down here. Seriously, hon. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of the night tonight.
I'm terrible at relationships. I am. The last time I was in a relationship, me and my girlfriend got into an argument. Midway in the argument, she breaks out crying. Midway, just breaks out. You make being your girlfriend feel like a job. Like if I don't show up, I'll get fired. So I was like, baby, listen to me. Shh. I'm not gonna fire you, no. But if you don't show up, I'll find someone to cover your fucking shift. You better believe that. And now I'm single. That's how that played out. When she was leaving me, I was going through her shit. I found she had a coupon for a waxing and a vajazzle. Yeah. See, what that is a new way to spice things up in the bedroom by asking your ladies to shave their nether regions and throw sparkles on them. Yeah, they're bedazzling vaginas, people. That's what's happening. Ladies, let me tell you something. If your man comes home with a little bag of sparkles for your vagina, chances are he doesn't like vagina. That's just what that is, okay? Because I think I speak for all real men in attendance when I say this. Never in the history of being a man have one of us looked at a vagina and said to ourselves, you know what'll make this better? Sparkles! So I used the coupon. I look fabulous! There's so many products out for you ladies in your stuff. Like there's an over-the-counter product that lets you test for STDs right at home. It's called the Vagisil Screening Kit. The way this thing works, it's a little applicator that you swap inside of the vagina. It changes colors. If it's light, it means everything's okay. If it turns dark, I swear to God, it says seek immediate fucking attention. I bought 10 of them, right? Because next time I bring a girl home from a nasty bar, right, I can be like, baby, tie your hair back. Get on the bed, shit's going down. You know black guy stuff, right? Spread your legs, bitch. Thank you. See, I don't typically do this, but I think there's something special about you. I think me and you can definitely be together for the rest of my... Get out of my goddamn house! And seek immediate fucking attention! You gotta wrap it up nowadays, people. Like, did you guys know, speaking of wrapping it up, did you guys know that Louis Vuitton is making their own condom? Yeah, $68 each. Are you kidding me? For $68, you better do more than just prevent the transmission of STDs and HIVs. You better fucking cure one, right? At the very least, slip some vitamin C in there, cure a cold, do something. Like, that would be worth $68 to me. If I'm knee deep in the passions of making love, and just before I come, I can stand up and be like, my sinuses are clearer than a motherfucker, that's... Right? And the girl should be able to look up at me and be like, yeah, my headache's gone too. That's $68 right there. And what's gonna happen if other people catch on to this trend, right? Like, what if other fashion companies pick this up? Are girls gonna start making fun of me because I wear Old Navy condoms? Is Tommy Hilfiger gonna make a stylish yet tight-fitting condom and then say, well, I never really made it for the black community to wear? Is Ed Hardy gonna look at a condom and say, you know what'll make this condom better? Sparkles! So when she was leaving, I decided to go out and get wasted. And like, I like to go and get like white girl wasted. That's the most fun you can have. Oh my God, I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, have a conversation with a drunk white girl. You could be having the most intimate conversation. If the DJ plays the right song, she'll look you dead in the eye and be like, that's my fucking song! It's true. But the one thing I'll teach you guys right now though, guys, let the girls drink as much as they want, right? Fellas, scale it back a few drinks. There's a reason for that. Because if you don't, you're gonna get a thing that we call in Alberta, whiskey dick. Some of you got it. Good, excellent. All right. For those of you pretending not to know what that is, whiskey dick is what happens when a man drinks far too much alcohol and his brain is still functioning, but his dick acts like a drunk friend in the club. So you'll go home to make love to your pretty woman, whip that bad boy out, and they'll come out like this. Wait. Nope. Hey, you keep rubbing my head like that and I throw up, this party's over. And you can forget safe sex at that point because trying to put a condom on a drunk penis is like putting a hat on a baby. It's like, nope, I don't want to do this. Nope, I don't want to do this. I tried that trick where you squeeze the base and the head blows up, you slide it on, my dick turned in the condom. It's like, fuck it, not doing this. I'm like, that's $68. You guys have been fantastic. My name is Sterling Scott. You guys have a great night.
Hey folks, how y'all doing? It's good to be here. It's nice to be out. It's nice to be out of the house because now I can fart. It's good. I'm in a new relationship. You're not supposed to fart in a new relationship. That's the whole thing, right? I don't even know when the cutoff is, like how many months or years in you have to be before you can actually fart around the girl. I hate this shit because I'm hurting myself, you know what I mean? And fuck farting in bed. That's my best fart time. You get up in the morning and just lambaste the bed. You can't do that shit. When you have a new girlfriend, just lay waste to the bed and they go, hey baby, how about you suckle on my penis a little bit here, just give her a go. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, it's not allowed, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, she's got this fancy house with 3 different bathrooms. All I do, and I wake up in the middle of the night, gotta take a shit, I'd say I save my shits for the middle of the night, then I go to the bathroom that's furthest from her at that time. Just squinchy bum it on down, like, oh, okay, I gotta go handle it. Gotta go. It's ridiculous, man. No, we started out about 3 months ago, and like we were like going like having sex right off the bat. It was good, but we were using a little pull out and pray method. I don't know if you guys know that. Young guys call it pull out and spray because they don't know what it's like to have a kid accidentally yet. So, yeah, older guys are like, get out of there. Oh, no more children. No, fuck that. fuck the child support. No, and so, well, we're using that, and then we're like, okay, we gotta get smart. This is crazy. Too many pregnancy scares and shit like that. So like, no, I said like, well, do you got something? She said, well, I have foam, like spermicidal foam. I'm like, whatever the hell it is. Are we gonna fuck? Good. All right, then go get the shit in or out or whatever the fuck we gotta do with it. You know what I mean? And just before she goes to the bathroom to get the foam in, she says to me, you don't have sensitive skin or anything, do you? Well, not in the middle of my back, you know, but my cock, different story I'm gonna go with, you know what I mean? It's not too often that you're like, test the resilience of the skin on your dick. You know what I mean? Hey, Jody, I got a cup of, acid here. Well, mind if I just drop my cock in there for a little bit and just give her a good stir around? That burns like a motherfucker. Oh, okay. None of that. Yeah, but now, I mean, I'm scared now, and she's in the bathroom trying to, because you got to, and poof it in there, and I'm shitting my pants thinking, like, what the hell's going to happen? I got no boner left. I'm sitting in there just envisioning this woman with this horrible gank, like Venus flytrap between her legs going, get me some penis. It's horrible, man. But I fucked her anyways, because, I was sick of jacking off. It always comes down to that, you know what I mean? Before I was dating her, I was setting fucking records with jacking off. It was horrible, man. I went to my friend, she's got a sex shop. I said, I'm sick of jacking off. I want something. And she took me over to the 4 foot by 4 foot section of her sex shop that's meant for men. And it's like, 1,600 feet for women, because women, you have shitloads of sex toys. Guys get 4 square feet in the. But anyways, she takes me over there and shows me the jack off mitt. Like a jack. Seriously, do you guys ever see it? Jack off mitt? It's like a rubber mitt. You slide it onto your hand and you jack off. And I'm like, what kind of salesman are you? I just told you I'm sick of jacking off, and you show me a jack off mitt. And it's brutal. I mean, basically, you take a shower cap, you get out of a motel, put some shampoo in there, you got yourself a jack-off mitt. It's a piece of shit. I said, I want something that, women's orifices cannot do. Because women's sex toys, they do shit that guys' dicks can't do. I mean, I love my dick. It's served me well. But it does not do this. It does not vibrate or have beads rolling through. I don't even know what the fuck beads do, you know what I mean? It doesn't do that shit. It just dicks. All it does is dick. Everything is, it's amazing the shit that your toys do. All the things that your toys do, the stuff that our cocks can't, it's very intimidating. Very intimidating. I told her, I said, I want something that pussy and ass and mouth can't do. And she said, it doesn't exist. Well, I said, well, I'm going to invent one then. And I will be rich. And you will never see me. Because I'll be home with the Jackinator 2000. I won't fucking leave the house. You know what I mean? It's some kind of ring pole, doing all sorts of stuff to your dick. Just imagine it, guys. It would be awesome. Awesome. Just have one bolted to the wall every morning. You just imagine how many horrible marriages that would just not happen. Thank you, Jackoff 2000. All the children that would just never be born. Thank you, Jackoff 2000. It'll be fantastic. I'd never get married. I'd never even touch marriage. I would simply, wake up in the morning and go, okay, I love life because I have a Jackoff 2000. But girls, I was at a show one time, a girl said, well, you would miss women. You'd miss their touch and the loving caress of a woman and her soft, and I'd be like, I don't think so. But maybe, maybe some morning you'd think, okay, this is great. It's a beautiful morning, and I just love life, and I want to go, and maybe I wish I could have a friend to talk to and have a coffee with. And, well, maybe I should get on Lava Life there and, meet a girl, and maybe you're falling in love and everything like that. Well, I don't know, whatever, and walk over and bing! Oh, fuck that shit. That thought went from here, straight through here, and out of here. All right. Okay, folks, thank you very much. Have yourselves a good night. I stayed with my time.
Thank you. Let me move this out of the way so you guys can see me. I almost didn't make it out tonight to the show because I've been celebrating the new KFC that just opened up next door to my house. I love KFC chicken. I love KFC chicken so much that black guys are like, that motherfucker likes some KFC chicken. Mm-hmm. And it's right next door, and we had to ask the owner, like, why did you build it next door to Junior's house? They're like, location, location, location. Which is weird, because I live on a farm, and you get a truck to get there. It's crazy. I work in a call center for a phone company, and this guy called in with this really thick accent. His name was Amir, and his birthday was September 11th. Yeah. Instantly, I felt sorry for him, because this guy can never celebrate his birthday in public for the rest of his life. He can't come out to Bailey's on his birthday and get a bunch of shots with his friends. He'd be like, la, 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 la. It just that doesn't look right. You think that when he called in, he was disappointed he got a white guy on the phone? Fuck, I can never understand these white guys. Son of a bitch. I miss childhood. I miss childhood and I love music. Those are my two things. I miss childhood because it was so easy. You just hang out with your friends. There was always three of us when I was younger. We'd hang out all the time. We'd do everything together. You just call them up. Can you play? Yeah, I can. Super. Mom, yeah, super. Go for bike rides. You play Nintendo. It was awesome. We go to the ball diamonds, catch foul balls, give the ball back, get a quarter, go to the concession. Can I get 5 blue whales, please? I got a lot of them. I got a lot of 5 blue whales and multiples, and I can't make the math work. But it was awesome because music was awesome in my life. It inspired me, just like my parents should have. And I used to copy music all the time. When I was a kid, I'd be playing with my buddies. I had pep songs. It was awesome because I'd be losing at something. And I just put on the CD and just be like, I'd be losing at basketball or playing Nintendo or something, just like, Informer, slipping this time, I could blam. Oh, yeah. Grand Slam, MLB baseball, steal third, 13-12, I win, ding. A leaky boom boom now. It's awesome. That was my song. I used it for good. I used my music attributes for good, but I also used it for evil when I was young because I used to pester my older brother all the time. I just hang out with him all the time, just be like, right up next to him. Not say a word. So he'd look down at me like, what the fuck do you want? I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Wanna. And when I woke up, I realized that he's 5 years older than me and I need to learn how to fight. So I learned how to fight from my favorite movie and the soundtrack included. I learned how to fight from Batman. Yeah. I used to watch that all the time. 1995, most impressionable time of my life. It was awesome. Because he'd just be, Robin would just be yelling, right? Holy, press the metal, Batman, it's the bat signal. It must be the Riddler, Robin. He must be up to something diabolical. To the Batcave. Suit, utility belt, soundtrack. Yeah. Track 4, please. Start her up. Da 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 da. That's the one. Turn it up. Da 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 da. There used to be a grand tower alone on the sea. It's a standard. You became the light on the dark side of me. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? Love remains a drug that's a high and not the thrill. Prepare to fire rockets, Robin. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become larger? Mr. Gear. Light that you shine can't be seen. Fire rockets, baby! And every time that the teachers heard Kiss from a Rose in the playground, they knew I was getting in a fight. Much like every time my mom heard Mariah Carey coming from my room, she knew that she had some tube socks to clean. You guys like technology? Does everybody have a cell phone in here? Yeah, I can see one flashing right now. That's rude. Texting's awesome because you don't have to booty call anymore. You can just send text messages out at the end of the night. You go to the bar, strike out like I usually do. And you just, 10 messages at the same time. You just booty text all these girls. 10 girls at the same time. Boom! But I only have 2 girls that I booty text, but I send 10 messages. So I just throw them out there. Just trying to reel them in. See what comes back. Then I wake up the next morning hungover with only 8 voicemails. Only none of them from the 2 girls I was booty texting. The first 6 are just my buddies. What the fuck you doing booty texting me, you fag? Are you available tonight? Yeah, I'm available. Ooh, come on over, loser. Next one's from my mom. Hi, Junior. I got this really weird text message at 3 a.m. Just making sure you're okay. Last one's from my dad. What the fuck are you doing booty texting your mother at 3 a.m.? I was almost in there, you fucking cock blocker. I taught you nothing. Facebook's another one. It's abused. It's abused all the time. Because it's good to keep in touch, but then you got your friends that are dating, they're just shortly dating, like within the first 3 months, but you're in a relationship for a long time where the honeymoon's over. You gotta watch your friends update their status every 12 minutes. Oh, chocolates for me at work? Oh, he shouldn't have. A few minutes later. Flowers when I get home? Oh, he's such a sweetheart. I'm in love, that is all. Smiley. Yeah, it's not a big deal till your girlfriend points it out to you every time. Did you see what Janice got? Flowers at work? You're allergic to flowers. It doesn't matter, it'd be a nice gesture every once in a while. See what she got now? Chocolates? You always say they go straight to your hips. Well, I don't care, it'd be a nice gesture every once in a while. So I broke up with her. Right before Valentine's Day, saved 150 bucks. Women never know why they get broken up. They're broken up with right around Valentine's, right before. And it all has to do with the Super Bowl, because you're just like, they look at your bank statement after Super Bowl, like, shouldn't have got so drunk at Super Bowl. Pay rent, girlfriend? Rent is more important, it's cold out in February. I'm gonna start my own revolution. I'm gonna start my revolution. Sounds better. I'm gonna change my status every morning to read, I woke up to a fresh homemade breakfast in bed. Eggs, bacon, hash browns, toast, sausage, and a morning blowjob. So when my friends see my status, they can point it out to their girlfriends. Did you see what Junior got? Well, I'm not gonna do that, but it'd be a nice fucking gesture every once in a while. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, how is everyone? Look, it's a girl. Hey, who wants a candy cane? Right here. And right here. Found those in my parka this morning from last winter. So enjoy. I like to give gifts, you know what I'm saying? I'm so excited for Christmas. Who loves Christmas? Here's what I love about Christmas. I love when pop stars put out a Christmas album for more money. Yeah, like everyone does it now. I downloaded Bieber's today. It's really beautiful. And I love how they all do the same songs, and they actually do carols, like Mariah, Christina, everybody. But they love the carols, you know? There's a duet on the Bieber album with Usher, okay? I love it. They just love it so much. It's like, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols, singing songs by a queen. Merry Christmas to you. available for Christmas parties if anyone wants to see me later. I just had a birthday. Thank you, namaste. I just turned 32. You know what happens when you turn 32? It's baby fever time. All my friends have babies, all of them. And the ones who don't have babies are trying so hard to have babies. My friend last week was like, when is God gonna give me a baby? Okay, first of all, God is not Santa. If you have a good year, he's not gonna slide up your chimney and drop something off, okay? Second of all, God is not going to give you a baby. A penis is. Just want to point that out to you, honey. Oh, babies. Who here has a new baby or is drinking while pregnant? Just me? Okay. I don't have baby fever. Here's a story. Who wants to hear a horror story? Okay, I'm the whore. Had to go into Saskatoon's Sexual Health Center last week. Anyone been there? Oh, come on. This girl has. It's okay, honey. It's the red hair. Yeah. I go into the Sexual Health Center at 5:15 last Wednesday. And they close at 5:30. And I am there to pick up Plan B. Whoops-a-daisy. Not because I'm a whore, just because I'm retarded. So I go in at 5:15 and they close at 5:30, and I'm in such a tussle. Like, I'm on my way somewhere. My hair's been blown out. I look fucking awesome. I'm like, hey, what's up? I need some Plan B and let's make it snappy. Okay. She's like, yeah, here you go, $15. Oh, okay, $15. Oh my God, I don't have my wallet. I go to get Plan B with no money. And the best part about it is not that I'm 32 and should be a little more responsible. It's that I went on the 71st hour. You have 72 hours to take Plan B. Like, what was I doing for all that time? I'm like, I could go right now, but there's a rerun of Project Runway on. Those dishes ain't doing themselves. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm gonna have another nap. Oh, look, it's the 70th hour. I better think about going in an hour. And now I'm here and have no money. So I have to beg for it. And I'm very kind about it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, I can obviously pay for it. Look at me. I look like money. Like, my purse is worth $150. I fucking need to kill this thing, so let's do this. And she's looking at me like, oh, she knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm trying to be so kind. So I'm like, I don't know, what can I leave you? I can leave you my license, which, why would I leave her? Now if she's got my name, like, the Sexual Health Center has all my information. It's supposed to be anonymous there. P.S. Amy, take it, keep it, I'll come back. No big deal. And the manager pokes her head out of the office and she's like, just give it to her. So the girl looks at me and she's like, okay. And now I'm like, wait a minute, I don't like your tone. I don't want you to just give it to me. I want you to want to give me the Plan B. And now I'm reminded of why I'm here in the first place. I don't want you to put on a condom. I want you to want to put on a condom. My boyfriend is lovely, though, and very responsible. And the thing about my boyfriend is he's out of town a lot, so I'm always trying to think of ways to, like, keep it spicy. My friends are like, oh my God, you totally have to do phone sex. It's so awesome. I'm like, phone sex? I can't afford that shit. That uses up my anytime minutes. I told my boyfriend, you know what? If you want to do phone sex, we can do it after 7 p.m. or on the weekends. Am I right? I love booze. You know what I like to do? I like to take a box of wine to a party. Not just because, yeah, I love boxes of wine because I feel like it's fun. It's like carrying a briefcase around all night. I feel like I'm the manager of the party. But just like a cool manager who dresses down on Fridays, you know what I'm saying? I'm like walking around the party. Randy, are we golfing on Tuesday? Carol, did you eat the last donut? Hey, what's up, Jeff? You're 19. Let's fuck now. I'm Amy Matysio. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. I was watching the Discovery Channel. I learned they have dogs that can smell cancer. It was amazing. They have dogs that can detect tumors in people. And I thought, wow, if those dogs can be trained to smell other diseases, I want one. Bring a girl home after a night at the bar. Dog's like, ruh-uh. Rhonorrhea. Hey, thanks, Scoob. Be calling you a cab, itchy. Take your box of wine with you. Good. I love your province. I've been in love with your province for a long time. I've been north, south, east, west. I like it very much, but I could never move here only for one reason. You guys don't do daylight savings time. You don't change your clocks. And I love daylight savings time. It's the only night of the year I can make love for an hour and 3 minutes. Clever. I'm going to tell you two of my favorite commercials that are on TV. One's for something called the Shake Weight. I don't know if you guys have seen the Shake Weight commercial, but this woman comes on and she goes, "Do you suffer from arm flab?" And then she has a weight and it shakes. And she's like, "In 6 minutes a day, you can get rid of arm flab." I was watching the commercial thinking, I will save you $19.95. Plus shipping. There will still be some handling. I want to know how the scientist came up with that. Was he just in his lab like, you know, guys never seem to get arm flab? Tricky. My favorite commercial stopped airing a little while ago. There was an A&W commercial where two couples go into an A&W and they order the burger family. And they get the grandpa burger for the older guy, and he puts two and two together and he figures out, oh, I'm gonna be a grandpa. I get it. I always wanted them to add a second part to that commercial where the husband wasn't aware of the pregnancy. He'd reach over, take one patty off her burger. It's a single mama burger. Whatever. Here's a thought I had. I was doing some thinking. And I wonder how it would be if women proposed to men. Whenever the tradition started 500 years ago, let's say that women were the ones that did the proposing. I don't think it would be jewelry. I don't think a girl would be like, here's a ring, cost me 3 years' salary, or whatever it's supposed to cost. I don't really do research for jokes. I imagine the proposal would be a blowjob. Yeah, instead of getting down on one knee. If it happened in a restaurant, every other guy in the place would be like, oh my God, he's so lucky. Sometimes people ask you where you get your jokes. That's a fun question. Where do you get your jokes? And it's nice when the joke fairy just drops one in your lap. Happened to me Easter weekend. I went out with a lovely couple. I had never met them before. They're very nice people. They were drinking their faces off, like shots. They were putting them back. And the husband turned to me and said, normally, we don't drink this much. We have a tradition. Saturday of the Easter weekend, my wife and I go out and we get annihilated. Like we get blackout drunk, and then we go home and we hide our kids' Easter eggs. They said the next day it's a game for everybody. Like, holy shit, I don't even remember hiding one there. Who puked behind the couch? One of my friends wants to break up with a girl he's been dating for a little while, but he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. He thinks it's going to break her heart. I said, well then, do something that would make her want to break up with you. Like go out and get a pound of icing sugar and just dump it out on your coffee table. And when she comes over, have some on your face. and say, I need to borrow $5,000. You might have to do a rail of icing sugar, but she'll hit the brakes. Unless she likes cocaine, then you're fucked. She'll be like, rock and roll, party time. Like, this is icing sugar. I can't afford the pure shit. It's been cut a few times. I got to go down to Las Vegas for one of my friend's bachelor parties. We didn't do anything too crazy, but on the flight, they seat me next to my friend Derek, and before takeoff, I look over. He has a white knuckle grip on the chair. I've known the guy forever. I had no idea he was afraid of flying. So I did what any good friend would do in this situation. I teased him. I'm like, hey man, does that wing look bent to you? The captain came on. The captain was like, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain, Jeff Boyd, speaking. I was like, that's the guy we're doing shots with in the bar. He was drinking like he was hiding Easter eggs. We get into the flight, and Derek falls asleep. So I push the button to call the flight attendant over. Boom. She stops by. She said, how can I help you? I said, you know the oxygen mask you use for pre-flight demonstration? Could I borrow that for a minute? She brings it to me. I wait for a bit of turbulence, and I wake Derek up. Now, I think this is hilarious. Till we go through customs, and he tells them I have 2 pounds of hash in my ass. Like, you win this round, Derek. You win this round. Those customs guys can be really anal. All right, that was all the TB clean stuff. I don't know, is this going on television? No? Oh, what the fuck was I doing then? I did all my clean shit. These people didn't want that. All right, let's close on this. I was getting a blowjob once, and halfway through the girl started to cry, and my first thought was, holy shit, she is really committed to this. I said, you don't have to use tears, baby, just spit on it. Now, I'm a nice guy. I was like, you do not have to keep going. Just finish me off with your hand and tell me what's wrong. And that's giving up a lot, because you get extra suction with the Enjoy the rest of the show, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Hi guys, how's it going? Awesome. So I've been pretty sick lately, so I've been spending a lot of time on the internet, and I found this game. It's called Pac-Match Party. It's like a combination of Pac-Man and Tetris. And I was playing it for a while, and I reached this level, and it said, achievement unlocked. You've eaten 100 birthday cakes. Do you want to tell your friends? No. If I told my friends I ate 100 birthday cakes, they wouldn't think it had anything to do with Pac-Man Tetris. Actually, in the preliminaries of this competition, they had the audience vote, and the guys in the table next to us left their votes and then went early, and my friend went to go pick up their votes and hand them in, and he saw that they had written down black guy, which I assume was Sterling Scott, and bigger girl. See, if you guys wrote that tonight, that would be fine, because Amy Matysio is here, and she's obviously much smaller than I am, but I was the only girl that night. Like, who was the smaller girl? Was I standing in front of her the entire time? Even worse, did I eat her? I'm actually really worried about this camera and that this video could end up online, because I've spent a lot of time convincing people that I'm skinny. I've perfected that MySpace angle where you lean forward like 15 degrees, then take it from up here, and then all you see is like tits and face. And that's great, because my tits and face are awesome. But those pictures are like icebergs. What you see is beautiful and majestic, but then it just gets progressively bigger. It's scary, and it could sink your boat. I was actually in Toronto a while ago, and I was a recipient of the most direct pickup line of all time, which was, "You stocky girls are great, 'cause you'll suck a dick all night long once you run out of 7-Eleven Slurpee." I was offended for a couple reasons. The first of which being it was Diet Coke and I got it at Subway. Secondly, I didn't like what it implied about my ability to multitask. Like, oh, I'm all out of Slurpee, I guess it's time to move on to penis. It's the same basic mechanics, I can do both at the same time. I know a lot of girls don't like giving blowjobs, but personally I don't mind it. Like, I think receiving oral sex is disgusting because all that saliva in your business is like a really fucked up sequel to Beethoven. But some of my friends told me that if you make a guy eat pineapple or mango first, it makes it taste better. And if he eats asparagus, it makes it taste worse. And I was wondering who did these taste tests. Like, how big was the control group and what did they eat on the day? It's a blowjob, not a wine tasting. You're not looking for like notes of apricot and hints of lavender. It's in your mouth for like 3 seconds. Just swallow it, take your money, and go home. I'm actually kind of depressed because my boyfriend moved to Toronto last week. And I won't get to see him until January, which means that's 2 months without sex. It's like grade 4 all over again. But we were looking at things that like we could use to keep in touch, and we found this thing, and it's real, I'm not making this up. It's a pillow and a ring that goes with it, and one person has the ring and the other person has the pillow, and they both connect to Wi-Fi. Then when the one person is wearing the ring, the person with the pillow will start glowing, and it will transmit their heartbeat through the pillow. No. Except I have shitty Wi-Fi, and I don't know what would happen in the middle of the night when it cut out and the heartbeat stopped. Then I'd have to call his parents and tell them that he died. And then we'd have to bury the pillow because his body would be in Toronto. And I'd have to ignore all of his calls because I don't talk to ghosts. But it was a really shitty time for him to leave because recently we had stopped using condoms. And I wish we had done that a lot sooner. Because I had gone from dreading my period to being so fucking excited every single time it happened. I'd run through the house, bloody tampon in hand, screaming we did it. Then I'd email my family and offer my vagina a cigar. I think everyone's one unplanned pregnancy away from religious conversion. Like, I know some Christian girls that as soon as they figured out there was a thing with eyes and bones growing inside of them shitting in their blood, no God would allow that. How could they continue to believe in him? For me, I think I'd convert to Christianity. Because if there was something inside of me clawing at me with its creepy baby nails, I would need to know that it was going to hell after I aborted it. I just really don't want kids because I care a lot about my vagina. And, well, I don't want to ruin it. Like, I was dating this guy who was 6'7" and black, and all of the stereotypes you can think of that apply to those things were true. Like, he played basketball. But the first time I saw his penis, I just looked at it and went, no. Like, his penis was so big, it had its own penis, and that penis was still too big to realistically fit inside of my vagina. It would have been like trying to get an elephant into a studio apartment. Like, that's not going to be comfortable for the elephant, but the apartment's coming out of that with structural damage. And that's my set, thanks.
Please continue your applause. So the question to ask is, how do we achieve excellence? Through pain and suffering. My mother abandoned me at the age of 30. Left me to die. You know what it's like waking up having to brush your own teeth? And then my mother looked me in my eye and said, "Hey, Tommy, you need to get a job." I said, "I already have a job. I'm a stay-at-home child." But she was serious, and I knew I would have to support myself, so I decided to get married. The problem is, before you can get a wife, she has to love you first. And frankly, I don't have that kind of time. So I sued my mother for child support. Because what is success? Success is like a woman. It doesn't always come. But it's not your fault. And it's important to appear successful. That's why you need to wear a Bluetooth headset. Now he's looking at me and saying, "Well, hey, Tommy, what if I don't have any service? I don't even have a cell phone." You want to look more impressive? Wear 2 Bluetooth headsets. Now he's looking, he's going, "Hey, Tommy, what if people ask me why I'm wearing 2 Bluetooth headsets? Conference call. Think about it. Use your placenta." They say clothes make the man. What do my clothes say? It's mating season. And I'm in full rut. Let's cut to the chase. I look good. It's because I have good genetics. No one's born with genetics. I just work hard at it. Now he's looking at me and saying, "Well, hey, Tommy, then why do you have a beer belly?" My belly is offset by my magnificent ass. You see, it's all about symmetry. That's why twins joined at the head look so good. You can't listen to what people tell you, okay? You have to take care of your body. What does your body need? Cocaine. When do you feel sick? When you stop. If cocaine was bad for you, why would elite athletes like strippers use them? What else does your body need? Cheese. Processed cheese. It's like spackle. It prevents the cancer germs from getting in your arteries. Your body likes processed food. That's why it makes you feel constipated. It doesn't want to let it go. Eat a piece of broccoli. See how your body feels about that. Now, a lot of you women here, you put cucumbers on your eyes to look young. It doesn't make you look young. It just makes you look like an old salad. You want to look young, you need to apply, I can't believe it's not butter, on your legs. But you have to shave first. Otherwise, you look like toast that just fell on the carpet. You want to look young? You need to eat preservatives. You ever look at a Twinkie? It doesn't get old. You know who doesn't eat preservatives? Hippies. That's why they smell like they're biodegrading. And I have a great hangover cure. Okay? It's a pint of vodka and the morning after pill. I take it the night before. My mother swears by it. But there's a lot of frauds out there like Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil that tell you to drink 8 glasses of water a day. I just pee less. They tell you smoking during pregnancy causes birth defects. Since when is being born cool a defect? So I devised my website, heytommy.net, and I answer questions those guys won't answer. Like, hey Tommy, I just got my girlfriend pregnant. How long should I wait before I start dating again? Have some class, wait till the 3rd trimester. Tommy, where's the best place to meet a woman that's ready to start a family? A Lamaze class. Hey Tommy, how do I get men to stop looking at my chest? Take off your pants. Tommy, can you cure homosexuality? I often do. But it's limited to lesbians. I do couples therapy. Well, they're more like 3-way sessions. And I try to give them the full hour, even if I can't. But I have a 100% success rate. I don't have one repeat client. I help people. The other day I was accosted by a mugger. And through the power of positive thinking, I was able to convince him to aim higher. And then together, we stole a car. What's getting in the way of your dreams? Your job. That's why you need to be your own boss. He's looking at me, he's going, hey Tommy, what if I don't earn enough money? Give yourself a tax break. And then give yourself a bonus. If that doesn't work, you're going to have to lay yourself off. Think about it. Use your clitoris. I was always an entrepreneur, even as a child. While other kids sold lemonade, I sold Mike's Hard Lemonade. And from there, I would rent out my sister as an escort. I wasn't taking advantage of her. She would have done it for free anyway. As far as she knows, she did. Like the saying goes, when life hands you lemons, sometimes you have to add a little alcohol. I believe in those adages. Like the early bird catches the worm because the second guy gets the clap. You get more wine with honey, that's true, but you unzip more flies with a wine cooler. They say a wife should be a maid in the living room, a cook in the kitchen, and a whore in the bedroom. I disagree. She should be a whore in every room. A lot of mistakes husbands make for their wives. They start cooking for them because it leads to questions. Like, why do I have to cook anymore? And why do we have a 22-year-old nanny when we don't even have any kids? And why did you sign my mom's Christmas card, MILF? It's a jungle out there, people. I've been around the world, folks. I traveled to many foreign countries like Quebec. I don't know if you noticed this, many of these foreign countries don't speak English. If you don't speak English, I can't understand you. If I can't understand you, how can God? God speaks English. You know he does. That's the language the Bible's written in. Now he's looking at me and says, well, hey, Tommy, why do Muslims pray 5 times a day? Because that's how long it takes for God to understand them. We're going to move fast and furious here tonight. I lived my life so you can learn. The other day I pick up this girl at a club and she seduces me to my own car. And she starts pleasuring me, and I noticed through the corner of my eye, she had an Adam's apple. I said, sir. Hurry up.